Stu here with another replay. I have found pretty good success with infantry rushing in the Feudal Age and Castle Age on hard difficulty, so I thought I'd give a try to the same strategy on hardest. And here we go with the Aztecs against the Britons, led by Henry Tudor. So first things first, standard build order. I'm exploring with goats, exploring with my Eagle Warrior, and build a couple of houses, and then get the first 4 villagers onto sheep. A 5th villager on sheep. I want to keep the goats moving, keep the Eagle Warrior moving. Alright, 6 on sheep, and I already sent one back to the town center. There are a couple more goats at the top of the screen. I need to send my Eagle Warrior over there to find them. So I sent him around. And there's a couple more goats past that. So we found all of our goats. And here's a mistake. I should have brought other goats back. So instead I have them harvest berries while I wait for these goats to get back to the town center. So exploring with your goats is good, but you want to get them back in time. You don't want to lose out on any food production like I am here. So I have them harvest berries a little bit, and then I have them go back to the town center to drop off the food and harvest these sheep. I also made a mistake of having 7 on food. It's not the worst mistake in the world, but I could have moved them over to wood a little bit faster. So here are my other 4 goats, and I don't want to make the same mistake, so I just send them all back to the town center, and I move out my Eagle Warrior to do some more exploring. I want to have him explore down to the edge of the map and around, and then I'll have him look for the AI. So right now we've got 7 on food, we got 3 on wood. I researched loom because I had a little bit of a food shortage. And it looks like one of those choppers isn't chopping. So that's something I didn't notice, but there he goes. He was just trapped. So I should have... There he goes. He got fixed. I should have 2 on each side of the lumber camp so that doesn't happen. And I accidentally send 2 villagers over to the boar when I should only be sending 1. So I have the other one build a house. And I set a couple of villagers to finish off this sheep before they go back to the boar. And I have 3 villagers on berries right now, so I've got 10 on food, total 4 on wood. Making more villagers to send to berries. I want to keep my Eagle Scout moving. I'm just going to click around the map like this, have it explore, look for the enemy's base until I find it, then I'll explore around the enemy's base. I needed some food, so I clicked the villagers and had them drop off food real quick and send them back to the boar, just so I could queue up some more villagers. And now I've got 12 on food and 4 on wood, and I want to lure the next boar. Probably a little bit late, given how far away it is. That's going to make some idle time for the villagers, but not too much idle time. See, they're idle right now, but I'm going to select them and have them attack the boar. It's a trap. There we go, our second boar lord. Our Eagle Warrior running around the map. We still haven't found the enemy quite yet. And I've got quite a number on food right now. I should probably send some over to wood instead. There's the enemy scout. I want to garrison my units in the town center, like so. Unfortunately, I should have left one out just to make sure we didn't lose the sheep, but we did get the sheep back anyway. So now I send some units to gold. With the infantry rush, we're going to want gold to make militia and get the men-at-arms upgrade. We found the enemy camp. Now our Eagle Scout is running around the enemy's camp. And I want to set those boar hunters to harvest the remaining sheep. So there it is. Put some waypoints around by shift right clicking. Keep it away from the town center just so it can't get killed, even though the hard AI doesn't really do that. Just good habit not to put your scouts in danger by putting them by the town center. This sheep should be in the town center for a little bit more efficiency. And I accidentally let one of the shepherds kill another sheep, which is a little less than purely efficient, but all these villagers get rid of those sheep fast enough. Got 2 on gold. I'm going up to the feudal age, building a barracks. I probably should have built the barracks a little bit earlier before I went to the feudal age so I could get the units out faster, but it's gonna turn out it doesn't really matter. My scout is still moving around the enemy camp. Now I want to get out militia from the barracks. And I got housed, so I need to get a villager to build a house real quick. So I build one right over there by the barracks. And I have a waypoint to get these militia out faster over towards the enemy base. So the villagers are fighting back because they are only militia after all. They can be outnumbered. But now that we have 2, we're going to do some hitting. Yeah, the militia are pretty weak. If you get militia rush, just remember that. If your villagers have loom, they can probably take them pretty handily, unless they have a lot of militia. So really, now that we're in the feudal age, we're researching men-at-arms, and we want that so that our militia can actually be effective. I actually lose 2 militia, and I don't know if they lost any villagers. That might not have been a good trade. But now we have men-at-arms. And I'm trying to get these idle villagers to build farms or chop wood. I just want to set them on these straggler trees by the town center so that they do something while they wait for wood in order to build farms. The problem is that I only started with the 4 on wood. If I had put, started another lumber camp, started another 4 on wood, I wouldn't have to bother with these straggler trees right now. I could just build more farms. Now I got the berries ran out, so now I have to put down more farms. I also need more housing. And my men-at-arms are going a little bit too far forward and getting attacked by the villagers. They're trying to put a tower up, so I definitely want to stop that. So I set my men-at-arms to attack the villagers as they're building. The villagers are pretty dumb. These ones don't fight back. So I get a few free villager kills while they're building. And I'm not worried, because even if they get the tower up, I'll just stand close to it and knock it down, which might be why they deleted it, because without murder holes, the tower can't attack the infantry that are attacking it. So I go to destroy the mining camp instead, or I don't. Actually, I just send them back to recoup, because we are still housed. We still have idle villagers too. We got one more that needs to start building a farm. And there we go, we got him. So, because I was housed, I started researching wheelbarrow. But now that we got a house up, I send the men-at-arms, or I queue up some men-at-arms at the barracks, and I send my men-at-arms to attack the mining camp. And now I finally have another lumber camp going. And since that mining camp's down, I decide to go walk along the wood line to look for other villagers to attack. Doesn't look like they have any lumber camps on this tree line. They got some further back though, and I can make my way around to that mine back there, or just destroy their mill. I caught one villager out building a house, so I'm going to go for him. But I want to attack the villager, not the house. There we go. Catching out more villagers. They're going to go towards the town center, so I just decide to destroy the mill. Have another men-at-arms there, which I can use. Still no military buildings from the AI. Still no military units, so our men-at-arms just get to destroy their economic buildings with no penalty. Found a nest of stone miners. Let's go clear those guys out. And now we have two forces of men-at-arms. One behind the enemy's base and one in front. So I set the front ones to attack, and I see that they have a barracks, so I decide to have them attack the barracks. We got housed again, so I'll build more houses. And this time I'm building them out front in a sort of defensive stance. Alright, the enemy just advanced to the castle age. Again, it doesn't do much for you if you don't have any military units. And your enemy does. So I'm just attacking their villagers up at the top of their base. Queued up more men-at-arms. I'm trying to keep their villagers from building any useful military buildings, and I'm trying to destroy them as they come up. Because if they don't have any buildings, they can't get units out. That's why I'm trying to destroy their barracks here. And now I'm trying to destroy the archery range, which they managed to get up. And I'll go for their market too. And I see that they got some a lumberjack over here, so I decide to kill him. And destroy that lumber mill while the market gets destroyed. I send one men-at-arms to go attack that villager, keep him from building a house. We got a kill there, and we want to destroy the house. They send a knight and an archer to deal with our men-at-arms, but we still have a numbers advantage, so we don't have much of a problem there. And we got more men-at-arms coming out. We have this idle villager that I really need to make reseed this farm. I don't know why I didn't do it automatically, but now that farm's gone. So we've just had this one idle villager for a while. And I decided to build an archery range over in our walls just in case we need to start making skirmishers or something. Because they are putting out archers. And I'm also building a tower on that gold mine because the enemy has some villagers there that I'd like to keep off of that gold mine. So we still have these two forces here. I noticed that they put up a stable, so I want to destroy that stable. And I want to destroy that archery range with my men-at-arms. I get out some spearmen just in case they put out more knights. That tower is finished, which keeps those villagers off of the gold. And I want to set these villagers to mine some stone. So their archery range is destroyed. We're losing some spearmen here that are chasing villagers, unfortunately. Still have spearmen coming out even though they don't have any knights. We got the stable down. And these two actually go to mine gold instead of mining stone like I intended. So here I'm having these villagers, I want more food. We have a lot of gold already, so I have them build a mill and some farms. So I'm just raiding their town, just destroying whatever buildings I can, killing whatever villagers I can, keeping them all close to the town center. I lost a spearman right there to an archer, so they have an archery range somewhere else. I go look for that archer. There he is. He's within range of the town center, so I actually can't get close to him. And they have another town center as well. So I send them over to destroy that town center. They just got up a monastery. I want to get them out of range of that town center, so I move them to the other side of the monastery. I also noticed that they have an archery range. But we get a kill on that archer. And we are about to get Castle Age. There we go. So I get some villagers to start a siege workshop so I can make my way into their town with siege, which shouldn't be a problem because they don't have much military at all. And I got lots of resources. My big mistake here is I'm not spending the resources fast enough. Alright, we just heard the siege workshop finish. I'd still like more stone, so I build a stone mine down there. I select these guys and tell them to go work the stone I wanted them to work earlier. I want to kill these villages before they build another town center. They'll flee back to their other town center, they'll stop progress on that one. Catch this villager out, so I want to kill him. And I've started queuing up rams to raid the enemy's town. I queue up another town center at that wood line by the gold and the stone, because that's 3 resources around. Alright, we have an archer, but it's not doing much against our infantry. It's definitely not going to do much against these battering rams. The AI is not very smart sending its villagers out like that to build buildings close to us. I can get these men-at-arms to destroy these villagers. I can use these ones. We got housed, so we need more houses. Keep them away from the town center. They're stronger now, but they still don't take that many shots, so... But we will send our rams to attack the town center. And then we can send all our forces to attack the next town center. Meanwhile, they're building one down here that I want to destroy. So I sent some men-at-arms to clear out the villagers. And I'm queuing up villagers out of both these town centers now. Still queuing up men-at-arms out of the barracks. There's one now. So we've destroyed both of their town centers. If they have another one, I don't know where it is yet. There's one back there, so I send the rams over to deal with this town center. So even though this is hardest difficulty, the hardest problem I've had so far is just keeping the AI contained and to not build town centers so that I can actually keep them out. Because it's hard to get the AI to resign if they're very spread out. They keep sending their villagers to new locations, building new town centers, and you have to bring those down before they'll resign. And there's another one over here, so now we have to get our rams over there. It's just it's a whack-a-mole game at this point, but it's one that we're definitely winning. And when they do put out a single unit, we deal with it in no time. We're building a castle just for kicks. Now I'm getting cocky. I really shouldn't have these long swordsmen taking that much town center fire, but I feel like it doesn't really matter at this point, so I'm attacking it. I got the rams on it now, so it's going to be destroyed in no time. And now they abdicate. So the same strategy I've been using on hard worked pretty well on hardest. So I'd say it's a pretty good strategy against the AI, the infantry rush. So we can see we won on every count. We won on military, 94 units killed, 52 lost, 36 buildings razed, 0 lost, 34 largest army. The AI had more wood than us. We beat them to the feudal. They beat us to the castle age by 9 minutes, but again, that castle age didn't help them because they didn't have the units to stop me from attacking them. Villager high, we tied at 63. So that means I'm about as good as a hardest AI when it comes to actually keeping villagers coming out at a steady rate. And timeline, again, the AI just has no military population, and we have a big one. So that's my favorite strategy now for beating the AI, even up to the hardest difficulty, which isn't actually the hardest. Extreme difficulty is higher, and the AI will build militia, so the AI will actually fight back from the infantry rush. But at least at hardest difficulty, it seems like the infantry works pretty well. So thank you for watching. If you liked, please like and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, please leave a comment. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!